Hi, my name is Jaishri Varicio. I am a part of the Network Marketing Liberation Sales Program with Brian D. Ridgway. I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia, and I came across Brian's work back in August from a couple of friends that were in the same business that I'm in. And when I finished with the book, I just instinctually knew that I had to be a part of this, and I needed to be in Hawaii to work one-on-one with Brian. So I knew back then that this was something I wanted to do, and I made a very sincere intention, not really knowing what my schedule or my money situation was going to look like back in August, but when I had a chance to tell Brian that I was coming here, I kind of set that intention, and just kept saying it, and I made that part happen. How do I feel about like the event? Basically spoke to me from the time that I knew about it, and what it was like for me this time was that I really got to know myself and got to really know the core beliefs that were the core paradigm that I was holding on to that held me back in life. I've been doing personal development work for over a decade, and I'd feel shifts here and there, but nothing that would really stick. And I felt so frustrated and just felt like there was something wrong with me and not their systems, because it seemed like it worked for everyone else but not for me. And what I didn't really realize at the time was that a lot of this stuff that I was doing was just kind of infiltrating the surface level and wasn't going deep inside. And this is what basically differentiates Brian's work, is that it really goes well deep inside your core beliefs and your core paradigm on an energetic level, because there's different we have different body. There's like the spiritual body, the energetic body, the mind, and then the universal body, which I didn't really understand or even knew about. So now that I have this awareness, it's really given me um, you know something to work off of. How would I compare his work with anyone else? Like, I mean, there's just really no comparison. No one's doing this type of work. I have changed so much of my life just from working with him for a couple hours during my spell break. And that's the truth. Like, I shifted so much of what was going on inside within that time frame. And I've worked with so many programs that that would require me to work with them for 90 days, 120 days, a year, invest this much money and that much money. I mean, I've probably done over 10 grand just by going to these events, reading their books, signing up for their programs. How would I compare doing this work? Or how do I feel about Brian's genuineness and sincerity? I mean, there's just absolutely no one like him. He shows you, like, he basically gives you a mirror so that you can see yourself. And he has no walls and doesn't judge me for everything that shows up when we're doing the work. So I can't even really define into words the work that we do, because it's so experiential and beyond definition. What I can say though is that all the feelings that I had of being stuck, being unable to move, being unable to go beyond what I was dreaming for myself, I mean, that part of it is so priceless. I don't have any words for what happened in those last 4 days. Spending time with him and the two other people that are here with me, Sabrina and Caleb. I've learned so much about myself and just the universal body and energy, and how I am a conscious creator, and I've been creating the life that I've been living for the last 38 years. And now I have the tools and the awareness to move forward in life and know that I can create and be not just a manifester, but be in the, like, really hold the wheel and not have it be pretense. I would definitely recommend your work to anyone, and it doesn't matter if they're feeling stuck or not. I mean, your work is something that can help evolve everybody. And I feel like a lot of people are coming into an awareness. There's an up, like a conscious shift in humanity, and you are at the forefront of that. And I feel like we really truly need you to help usher everyone else to be able to realize that they are unlimited beings, and that we're able to create from that space. And just, I don't even know what to say, to be honest. I'm at a loss for words, but today I truly believe that I'm unlimited, and I have so much potential ahead of me. Thank you. I don't know, I kind of rambled on, but thank you. I appreciate you, Brian. So how do I feel about the actual environment and the space that we were in? Man, there's a lot of things going on there, but energetically I felt so light and so welcomed and so just at peace. There's a grounding energy in Brian's home. The pyramid, oh, I cannot describe how I felt when I first sat there. I just felt like I levitated instantaneously. It's just incredible. And when I did have what I would say is one of the biggest spell breaks throughout the entire time that I was here, it actually occurred during the network marketing liberation program while it was happening. I've been working on it for the last 4 days, just trying to move this energy that was stuck. And I was coming up with a lot of resistance because I was in my head a lot. But being in Brian's home really helped move that along. And being in his presence, being in the presence of Sabrina and Caleb and Davy, and just sitting in that pyramid elevated me beyond what I could define. If you saw any of Alex Gray's work, that is what I've experienced, not having taken any hallucinogens or any of that nature. I was seeing multi-level energy in space, and I saw the projector beaming from within me, all because that space really helped me center and see myself in a whole different space or energy. I can't even describe it really. But I love the environment that I was in. It was definitely, it helped cultivate that. So that's what I would say. Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name's Sabrina, and I wanted to give a testimonial for Brian Ridgway and his transformation and liberation retreat, if you want to call it that. I just did 4 days with him in Hawaii, beautiful Hawaii. So what inspired me to come to Brian's, I had started his network marketing and liberation course and gone through the modules. I read his book originally, and it really resonated with me in that I have done other self-help situations. I've been to Tony Robbins, and I've been to conferences that are great. They were really great, but they weren't really the end-all be-all, in the sense of you felt really amazing during the conferences, and you felt inspired and pumped up. And then you'd go back to reality and just feel like, where did that high go? And so I had these thoughts of, what if Brian is what I need in my life? What if Brian can push that boundary and keep me going past that rah-rah moment? So I came to Hawaii. It was a big investment. However, actually, let me rephrase that. It was a lot of money when you look at it from a money standpoint and being stuck in that money standpoint. But it was a really, really amazing investment. And I'm really thrilled that I've had this opportunity to make this investment for myself and my life. It has been incredibly enlightening, opening. The level of awareness of myself and the universe and how everything works and how it all plays out is just beyond words. It's so beautiful. And so I've just done my 4 days, and I came in with a little bit of hesitation. I am a skeptic first, and so I came in with some hesitation in not fully resonating with Brian, to be honest. I wasn't sure. I've had some issues from my childhood with men, and so I wasn't sure about how that would play out. And I had a lot of stuckness in a lot of areas. And interestingly, through these 4 days, it's been revealed that they're all layers. And I knew that to a degree. I mean, everything is all encompassing and it all comes back. It just keeps circling around. So I have let go and released so much in 4 days. Like, it's hard to believe that it's been 4 days. 4 days, that's it. And so I feel liberated, which is really funny because, you know, that is the name of the retreat. And I just feel inspired to go do so much more and not hold myself back, which I was doing. I'd get so far and then I'd pull back and I would go into a mode of thinking that feeling like I had to be within that societal box again. And so it's really, really opened up my eyes. Brian's space is, I mean, it is Hawaii, so it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And Brian's space is stunning. You walk in and you just feel just this energy, this beautiful grounding energy. And he's got crystals all over the space. Beautiful crystals, large crystals, and I really resonate with them. And it's really beautiful to be in a space where they're everywhere. And he has a pyramid set up, this copper pyramid with crystal chakra bowls. And for meditation and just getting into that zone with your breathing, it's really beautiful. So that space, having musical instruments around is incredible. And it's funny, I was laughing about, you know, people envision the hippie retreat, and it's you know, that's essentially, I've come to do everything that people think may be odd or weird or out there, but it's actually really grounding, and it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. And speaking of that, I connected so deeply with Brian. He is a really, really genuine person. He is incredibly caring. He really, really cares so sincerely, which is what I needed for myself. So to have somebody so caring and so genuine look at you and really see you is absolutely incredible. It makes me feel loved, and I have had ups and downs with love in my life, and I am seeking more. I'm seeking true, sincere sincerity. So he's really genuine. His humor is hilarious. He's there for you, and that doesn't stop. I do feel that when I leave here that it's going to continue, and he is really there to help remind people, or to remind people that they do matter and they can change their life and choose their life path no matter what the situation is. So originally I came here for physical health. I have been desperately seeking answers. And so I came here for that. And again, everything is so all-encompassing. I have gone on so many walks here. I've done yoga. I can stretch now. I can sit like this. I still have stuff to work on, but the fact that I can sit here in this position in itself is amazing. And I just feel so invigorated. I have had multiple late nights lately, and I still have energy, which is incredible. The retreat as well is not just Brian speaking or showing you or guiding you. It's also putting the proper nutrition into your body, which is absolutely key for everyone. We are living on what we consider to be foods, and they're no longer foods anymore. And so that, for myself, I thought I was eating healthy, and I really wasn't. And so that is another incorporation into this retreat, is eating absolutely pure, beautiful, beautiful food. And so that's been another just life-altering situation for me. Really, really, really thankful. I am blown away by the transformation and how I feel, the invigoration in my body, the beautiful sensations that I'm having now, instead of up until now, the other sensations that I was feeling that did not feel great. I can't thank Brian enough for what he does in reminding people that they do matter, and that they can go out and do whatever they want in their life. I am absolutely beyond grateful, and I'm so happy. I feel like I'm gonna go out into the world. I am going out into the world, and I get to be me. I get to show the world who I truly am, which I was really holding back from. I was like, I can't, can I be this good? Can I show who I am? Is that, is it too much? People fear that success, and in all avenues of your life. So thank you, Brian. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been an absolute treasure to be here. And for any of you out there wondering, well, should I, shouldn't I highly recommend that you do this. Absolutely, if you have any stuckness whatsoever, and it really does not matter what the stuckness is, physical health, business, personal relationships, what else have I worked on? I've worked on so much. Relationships with your children, your spouse, eating healthy, changing your habits, changing your perception of who you are and who you are meant to be, and going about life in such an invigorating, beautiful way. I really encourage you to jump on the next chance that you have to come to Brian's, come to Hawaii. It's going to change your life, and in ways that you never thought possible. in ways that you don't even think or feel that are going to happen. It's going to happen for you. So thank you, and we will talk to you soon, because I know that I will be doing more with Brian. I envision it, and he's a beautiful, beautiful soul that I consider an earth angel in reminding us who we are, and our potential, our absolute potential in being. We are infinite, unlimited beings, and we all are. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I am Caleb King. You may or may not know me. I'm very young, obviously, and I discovered Brian's work through the self-help, really addiction. It was for me. It really was. And I read every single goddamn book that I could find. And it wasn't, that process wasn't a new thing for me. I have read things like The Secret, right? The Law of Attraction when I was very young, probably around 7. So I was in the field of whether it's woo-woo stuff or magical stuff, whatever you want to call it, personal development. I've been in that field for quite some time, and it increased significantly when I moved to the city and I had all this responsibility on me, and I started becoming depressed, and it didn't make sense to me why I couldn't handle everything when I knew how to handle it. And so I read Brian's book, and then I magically experienced 2 months of, I would say, not at this point, but at that point, bliss. Because now it is so remarkably higher and more experiential than before that I could go on forever, but I'll leave it at that. So when I first read Brian's book, within, I would say, the first few chapters, I knew that this was it, right? It captured everything I had learned and thought and distilled it into the one thing that I knew I could go back to and gain something new from it every single time. And so because of that, and because of the tools that he gives you or that I had at the time, I told myself I'm not going to